Welcome to Daydream Scapes. This hilarious actual play podcast will capture your imagination and leave you wanting more.
So join us as our players traverse the fantastical realm of Valmyr, where orcs are paladins.
Elves are clumsy and thieves are terrible at their jobs. Ready, set, roll. It's common knowledge for all of you that you live on a planet called Valmyr. And known to all of you, a small continent called Lobe. And it's lesser known what the lower half of this continent looks like. For many years, there has been a war going on between the northern and the southern half of the continent. On the southern half of the continent, it is said to be lush and green and beautiful and fairy tale-like. However, that's where the enemies live. And on the northern half of the continent, where you come from, is desert and gloom and flat and hot and dirty.
Maybe I want to be South Korean.
I kind of want to be South Korean too.
South continented? The continent's called Lobe. You're not Koreans or Lobians.
Well, you're giving me Korean vibes with this whole North-South war going on.
The head of Lobe is capital city. It's also the kingdom. It's called Bover. And in the last couple of months, Bover has sent 40s of thousands of men, or in the 40s of thousands of men, past the Sad Mountains to push against this enemy. The enemy is foretold to be giants.
Those are the southern people.
These men went to go take back the Sad Mountains, cross the mountains, and go into what they think is the tropical forest.
Who's these men? These are the southern people?
This is an army from
the north.
From the kingdom of Bover. The king of Bover is a high elf.
Hold on. You said take it back, like we once had it as our own?
Take it from the enemies. Take it back. Yeah. For as long as you guys have been alive, there's been a war going on. And it's been going on for as far as anyone can remember. In fact, it's called the 100 Years' War. He doesn't know what to say. You can laugh if you want to. You guys all live on the continent in various places. You all have recently taken up arms due to the lack of military and militia and all of the small burgs and towns in the area. You guys have...
Birds.
What's that?
Birds.
Birds?
Birds. Yep, that's different.
Birds. Like small villages. And,
Yeah.
You guys have decided to take up arms and act as your own militias, or at least go for whatever your reasons are, be it money, wealth, power.
As a
whatever.
traveling paladin, we'll just be there to do the good Lord's work.
To try and do the good work. And so, sorry, as such, you have all heard that there is a man hiring legionnaires and militiamen at a small tavern out in the middle of the desert called the Inn of Nine Eyes.
Is that the number or the word?
It's the number 9. I mean, you can spell it out, but it's supposed to be the number 9.
It would be ridiculous.
Is it just
lot
a
of extra
picture
work for
of
nothing.
9 eyes? On
No,
an N?
so
He just draws it.
at the moment where our journey begins with this debauchery of fighters, you've gathered at the inn, and you discover the name of the inn is the Inn of Nine Eyes because it is named after a hydra that has lost many of its heads and one of its eyes.
Was this inn made for standard humans?
This inn is made to accommodate a lot of races, so it's stout enough you can sit in the chairs.
I'm not
if that's
Gandalfing my head on things
No.
as I'm walking around.
No.
Okay.
This is a fairly large establishment. It's
Are you're a big guy?
I'm like 6'7".
That's pretty sweet.
I called it a little tavern, but basically it's a oasis, watering hole, and hotel.
Compensating for not being a whore.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not as strong, so I'm a little bit taller.
Unlike what you've
My
heard
character's
from
really big.
some of the other continents, Loeb is very accepting of all of the different people, so it's quite common in your travels to see elves, dwarves, humans, half-orcs, even some of the other races, the more fabled races, pass
Halflings.
through.
Hey,
oh, we all actually belong on this island, right? Planet.
Planet. We belong here on this planet, yes.
For those of you who are good guys, yes, you feel an obligation to the land that you're standing on.
It's not what I know, but that's fair.
So yeah, you belong here. You guys were all you were bred into living on this continent. Yes. There is a giant mountain range to the west of where you are that you can see, probably 4 days ride from the inn, and to the south probably 7-8 days ride is the Sad Mountains, where this war has been taking place.
What was 4 days right away?
a mountain range.
Another mountain range. It's fably called the Tribal Fields.
And Sad Mountain is south?
Yes. The Sad Mountains separate the northern half and the southern half of this continent entirely. And so any war that has taken place has been fought within miles of this range. The terrain is unforgiving, horrible, large mountains, snow, and
Would make sense why I would come to this land.
to take part. Or to take over.
Whatever my
didn't come to take
whatever my hidden deity orders of me.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, so you're heeding a call.
Yeah, I'm heeding a
call to
call.
arms
Call to arms.
that you are hoping takes you to the Sad Mountains. From inside the inn, conversations are high. There's many people. It smells of smoke. Also smells of spilt spirits and beers and meads. There's numerous staff and limited seating, and you all find yourself sitting at the bar next to each other.
How are you doing, small man?
It's not very nice.
He's normal.
Normal to you is small to me.
There's not very many of your kind here. So I'd say you're rather out.
Hi, that makes me the special one, I guess.
Yes, you're very special. Yeah, looking around, you're the only
Got a 9 intelligence.
you're the only half-orc you see. He's
I'm very stupid.
he's really passionate. He's really passionate.
Common courtesy flies over my head.
So, yeah, this is actually a really good time. Why don't you give a brief description of your character so that Gillian knows what's up.
So sitting next to you is a pale gray-skinned orc. Well, it's a half human, half orc. From behind, very human appearance, just very tall, very broad shoulders, but the rest of him's kind of just lengthy. And then when you get to his face, because he's got like this beautiful, luscious hair from behind, looks like he should be a stud. And then you turn around, and you essentially just see this ugly mame of tusk and...
Kind of looks like a woman.
Yeah.
She-Shrek.
She-Shrek. It's like a She-Shrek, but he's got like facial hair.
It's like Orc Fabio, dude.
Yeah, it's like Orc Fabio, essentially. Yeah,
He's
it's
tusky
a 6'7"
Fabio.
Orc Fabio is currently looking you in the eyes right now.
So he's near a foot on you, right? You're like 6 something, 6'2". Yeah, 6 feet.
I'll go 6'2".
All right. So yeah, he's half a foot over you. In stature, he's definitely
Yoked.
yeah, he's ripped. But
I'll work out.
what is your strength?
My strength?
Ridiculous. It'd be something everybody would be able to see.
It's just
16.
how you quantify it.
Yeah.
So I
So
got 16 fucking strength, 16 wisdom,
So-
17 charisma.
so
I got
he's-
lots of charisma.
yeah, you're very charismatic. It's very strange. For not a book learned charisma either. This is like smelling cow pies.
Natural raw charisma.
And then Ilion, what's your character like? What do you got? What are you thinking? What do you look like?
You know, about 6'2", somewhere around in there. My name's Ilion. How's it going, guys? I'm an elf. I've got 15 strength, so I'm
He's up there.
Right there.
may not be quite as yoked, but holy crap, I'm strong.
Still pretty yoked.
Holy crap, I'm strong.
We could be the Muscle Brothers.
Yeah, I like that.
Ilion and Gillian?
Yeah. It's like Hans and Franz.
Yeah, right.
We're here to pump you up.
Which I thought was actually hilarious.
Hello, Earth Franz.
So,
I'm a ranger. I do cool things. I like to try and be stealthy, but mostly I'm just awesome. I like to think I'm a good guy, you know? I'm a nice guy.
he's a pretty good guy. I think he's a pretty good guy.
I can't help myself. It's just my natural nature. I just like I feel bad for doing something in the game.
So as a paladin, I'm kind of like out in the front of the pack with shiny golden armor on, like, look at me!
Self-absorbed.
His not very small smart part makes him want to be seen.
It's a small brain.
So, and you? Fleet?
Swifty Fleet. And I am a halfling elf. And my strength is also 16. And my dexterity is 19. So I'm very strong, very fast, and very tiny.
Yeah, I got a dex of 12. I ain't moving nowhere anytime soon.
So you guys could pick each other up.
I'm supposed to be a thief, but I don't really do a lot of thievery.
You're a rogue.
Yeah, she's not very good at it. I don't know why.
I haven't even tried stealing.
There's a ranger and a rogue in the party. It's a good
Am
thing
I
I'm a
rogue?
paladin.
No, I wasn't a rogue.
I don't know the difference.
That's what a thief is.
Oh.
Is a rogue. Yeah.
Thank God I've got access to clerical spells.
No one.
No fucking healers in the
Just
party.
so you know, no one in the real world, if they were in the world of D&D, would ever be like, "Yeah, I'm kind of a thief.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good at it."
yeah.
You'd be like,
I'm a
be like-
stealth specialist.
yeah, exactly. You'd be like, I could assassinate, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter, but I
Oh.
like short swords. So, you guys start introducing each other, make conference, and as you're talking to each other, a large population of this inn all at once kind of break, stand up, go out the door, and just a mass exodus. Everybody leaves. And there's about 15 people left where it started as a room full of about 50 or 60 people.
Gilead, right? For it.
It gets quiet. And an old human, ironically with one eye. Are you
Yep.
counting my ums?
Yep.
Thanks, babe. Thanks, Fleet. I said it again. You didn't count that one.
Well, I missed probably a couple hundred when I.
Well, that's really nice of you to miss them.
You want me to roll a d20 for perception? Or do you want that?
Not necessary. So, as everybody stands up and leaves, now I have to do it. Dang it! You realize that. Can you cut that part out? As everybody stands up and leaves, you realize that these were all warriors and swords for hire that have walked out. Everyone left looks like barflies and begrudged. I said,
That counts.
Including this old man that you said just walked in after everyone left?
What I was going to say is this old guy walks up to you. He's already in the establishment. He comes up and he says, "We already sent out our ranks. Were you here for hire? Possibly."
I was here to stab something.
He says, "You've come to the right place."
Did I miss the crowd? Are they going to stab something as well?
He says, "Yes, they are likely going to stab something. Is your caretaker around here somewhere?"
Don't mind him. He's a fool. He's nice, but he's a fool.
He says, "Well, if you've come to stab something, I could give you gold for you to go stab those things."
What's your name, sir?
He says, "Oh, that's very nice of you to ask my name."
What kind of fish would you?
Do we really care about the old man's name?
Not really, but don't let him know that.
I could probably slap his head backwards.
Don't do it. He's going to give us gold.
Oh, that's right. He's going to pay us. But what if I slap his head backwards and then just take the gold?
But what if there's more to this? Just leave it alone.
Okay, I'll listen for now.
He says, "My name is Merc."
Mind you, we're whispering in front of him about this, but not very quietly.
I saw that. I saw that with my ears.
What exactly? What's your job?
Sorry, I already told
What's
him
the
your
job that you've got for us? That you want us to do? That you're going to pay us for?
He says, "I am the proprietor of the Guild of Power."
Sounds interesting.
What do they do?
He says, "Our main house is in the Kingdom of Bover."
They asked what you do, not where you do it.
He says, "We also have residents in several of the small towns."
Again, wrong answer to the wrong question.
He says, "The guild provides
Nervous.
the service of the military."
Patient.
Provides the service of the military.
He says, specifically at this point, we are hiring militiamen and guards.
We could be a few militiamen. Militiamen?
Foreigners welcome, I assume.
He says, "Of course."
He's speaking to us now, isn't he?
He says, "Anyone who can make a killing can make a killing."
I could make a killing once.
I like this halfling, and I'm gonna slap her on the back.
Oh no! I'm gonna face plant.
He goes over the bar.
I've just sent a score of men to the Sad Mountains.
Oh man.
Why are the mountains sad, lad?
Gloom and
Intelligence is growing.
gloom
He
and
runs
death
now.
has fallen over the mountains for years. Have you not heard of the sad mountains?
Do the mountains cry?
No.
He says, getting close to the mountains, you will hear cries, yes.
Whose
He
cries?
says, I do not believe it's the mountains themselves. That of man and that of monster.
How do you know? Have you been there?
Yes.
3 months ago, I left on a rowboat in the sea. My god told me it would take me where I was supposed to be, and I wound up here. So I know nothing except for what you have told me so far. I saw lots of people at a bar, and I figured what a good party to join.
Perfect.
So what exactly do you need us to do if we were to agree to your terms?
Just storm these depressed mountains of yours?
He says,
It's exciting.
No, in fact. He says, with this militia going to the Sad Mountains, they have left the town of Hera quite undermanned as far as guards. There is distress there. You could go, act as the militia, until a regular guard is established.
Well, how do we know who we're fighting?
Sorry, what did you say?
How do we know who we're fighting? Do we just attack anyone?
He says,
We're not currently in Hera, right?
correct.
Okay.
You are,
We're in the desert.
the Hera's in the desert too.
We're like
You,
Colin or
you,
something.
you are about 3 days northeast of Hera
Okay.
on foot.
That's good to know.
Will will horses be provided? Or wagons?
He's no. Horses will not be provided, nor will there be wagons. There is a sign-on, however. It's meager, but it's in the form of 10 gold pieces per man. Your your stint in Hera will be no less than a week. You will act as guards.
As these two are...
And to answer your question, sir, you will be fighting the bad people,
Oh,
the criminal, the rabble-rousers, and any other problems that might come up in the town.
so we're just security.
That's what I was gonna say.
Correct.
This sounds like fun. Isn't this a better Swift?
Are there any carriages that run to the city, and do they run any decent fares?
Sounds like you're trying real hard.
He tells you, you can
Maybe
hire
that's the whole bit.
you can hire a wagon
sounds sarcastic.
from the inn to Hera if you wish, but I will not be footing that bill.
No, I know. I was asking about the fare of that, which is the price.
I don't deliberate prices. I have my own horse. But if you talk to the barmaid, she might be able to know.
I thought a sweet local man like you might actually know a few things.
He
Oh,
says,
Alien, there's a barmaid.
also, the Inn of Nine Eyes does have its own stables. Perhaps there's a horse you could procure.
We're not there yet. We're not to the barmaid yet. Are you just practicing your hello? It needs to be perfect. Is it? I bet she's beautiful. She's
So-
probably so beautiful.
So what do we get at the end of this?
A barmaid.
10 gold coins to start with.
To start, I said the end.
He says 10 to start, 3 a day. Once you assume your duties as guards in Hera.
And at the end, that's it, just 3 a day.
Or we're just hired permanently now.
You will act for a week, and any treasures or monetary compensation you come across during your stint, that will be your goal.
Which is not very good at this. Well, this isn't a lot of money, is it?
What happens if we say no?
I mean, he's paying us in gold coins.
He said it's meager.
Meager
putting us
work
on
would be
security
paying
duty.
us in copper coins. Silver
Our
coins.
skill set is much better than security detail, Gillian.
I mean, your guys' might, but I was sent here to do whatever was given to me by my god. So, if I'm asked to guard some village folk, then as a man of the god, I must guard the village folk.
You're going to guard the village?
He's going to guard the village folk.
I will guard the village folk and the bar maiden that this one so desperately lusts after.
That's yet to be seen. There's opportunity for growth, I assure you. If you can prove yourselves in Hera, perhaps we have places for you in the Guild of Power.
I guess we're in. Let's get started.
Sounds a little bit better.
Do.
He hands her 10 gold pieces.
I'm going to
Fleet.
turn,
Do I still
And
have
10
the
gold
same
pieces.
gold pieces?
Yep.
Okay.
call
makes
out
me
to the
feel
bar
better.
maiden.
Do I not get to keep the other
Lass!
gold that I had before?
No,
What
you do.
be your name?
All right. Older lady looks over at you and she goes, "Our name's Milda."
Milda? Yes,
She sounds like a heavy smoker.
Milda?
Milda.
Like mildew, but with an A at the
Yes,
end?
like mildew, only better.
My name is Latrine.
All right, Milda. How much is a fare for a wagon around here?
She says, "Depends on where you're going, I suppose."
Aye, what was the name of the place, you two?
Hera! It was Hera.
Where's
We
the
need to go to
3-day ride?
Hera.
I know how far it is. I need to know how much it is gonna get there.
Yeah. A 3-day ride might give us an idea.
Aye.
That was on foot, Merc said.
So, Hera, lady.
But
It'll
if
be
we're
lot
in a
faster
wagon-
On a wagon?
Yes!
Jiminy, Christmas. Does anybody have logic in this place?
Sounds like you're the one that doesn't have logic. We're all on the same page here.
Use
We go
deductive
faster.
reasoning.
We go
A
faster if
couple
we're in a
dimwits
wagon.
on the same page, that means nothing.
She says, "The mercantile passes through here tomorrow morning. He delivers goods from Hera. He might be willing to give you a ride back at quite a discount, seeing as he's going there anyway."
I suppose you must ask him for that.
She says, "Otherwise, we do have an old nag outside and a couple of steeds. If you're interested in buying a horse, we don't
Mercantile?
rent.
Is that a new name for a mercenary?
How much is a
Does that
horse?
make us sound
I'm interested.
fancier now?
A little bit.
Mercantiles carry goods.
Do you have any
How much
ponies?
is the horse? I'm slightly interested.
The nag's 10 gold. We have one steed, and we have one riding horse, and they're more expensive.
The steed doesn't ride,
Well, the steed's prepared for war.
but it doesn't ride.
You could probably sit on it. Yeah, it has a saddle and everything.
I'm sitting on a chair right now. It's not getting me anywhere.
The steed is 35 gold, the riding horse 25, and the nag 10.
We don't need horses, do
No, carriage is way cheaper.
we? Right. Carriage.
But that means we're waiting till tomorrow, so supplies! What kind of stores do we have to shop at in this wonderful town?
This man's rich.
None. This is just one building.
It said the town. Whole
I
town's
guess
just
we
one
drink-
building?
No, there's no town.
There's just a random bar out in the desert.
It's out in the middle of
It's just a
nowhere, yes.
bar out.
It's a
That's
hotel.
creepy.
A little bit. But we're all here.
Now I want to... Can I roll to investigate this place? How is this place staying in business?
Well, there,
Suddenly he got smart.
there was just 55 people in it.
Once.
Roll under your
That was like
intelligence.
10 minutes ago, I think.
I got a 14 to an 8.
You're like, well, it's pretty empty right now, so you're not sure how it stays in business. It looks pretty empty.
Seems in line with his character.
Everyone who is in the bar is drinking, and you're like, oh yeah, it's probably liquor. That's probably how they stay. in business.
witchcraft.
It's definitely witchcraft. That's right.
Hurry, we must leave this place. It's a home to witches.
You came here to drink.
No, I came here because I saw people.
He came.
Paladins do not prefer to drink.
He came
Oh,
here because he wanted to
that's news
stab
to me.
something.
I am a man of God. The only thing I do is kill the one gods tell me to.
Interesting.
And as long as none of them resurrect, I know I have not made a mistake so far.
That's his logic.
I love how you just went from orc to, my name is Antonio Pantera.
Oh, he almost sounded
keep
Irish
my
to me
father.
after a while. I was just
Prepare
wondering
to
how
die.
he kept changing
getting
accents so
sued again.
swiftly.
I'm trying to tone down. We're inside.
So he asks, "Is this agreeable? My terms.
Yes.
We
guess
already
I can agree.
accepted.
You did. No
Oh.
one else did.
No,
And then we already went and talked to the
He
party.
wants to
I
kill
was the
people.
first one. I was like, as a man of God, I will go protect the people. I
Oh,
literally
okay.
said
Then
that.
you've bought yourself 10 gold. And you're in as well?
I'll buy myself 10 gold.
All right.
Buy myself 10 gold.
All
And
right.
when I get there, I'll tell the people of the village their lives were only worth 30 gold, so it better be worth 30 gold.
He says he's a man of gold, but he works for money.
He says he's a man.
For now.
It better be worth 30 gold.
Just wait until you see what I do with that money.
All right. Well, I have done everything I need. You are to report to a man named Alexander when you get to Hera. He's a guard there.
We're gonna make bothersome nicknames for all of your characters. I hope you know this. Yes. Yeah.
Koala boars?
No.
Not quality.
So, like, when we meet this Alexander guy, I'm gonna be like, "Are you Zandy?" And he's gonna be called Zandy every time I speak to him from now.
You there, Zandy! I hate that guy.
Anyway. So, you guys, then,
There ain't shit to do. I'm probably just sleeping until tomorrow.
are you
Oh, yeah, that's
sleeping in the
He
bar?
doesn't drink.
And if you said it's a
There's a
hotel.
nice
Do you
trash
not
can.
drink?
No, he doesn't.
So, they want a gold piece for a room.
A single gold piece, that's fine. I've got fucking 38 of those right now, so now I'm down to 37.
A single gold piece, so we would just like share a gold piece.
No, we were just given 10
We all
each.
get separate rooms,
I mean,
Leon.
Unless you want to bunk up.
I mean, you're not cuddly,
We can
are you?
save coin and bunk up. I am quite cuddly.
Spend your oh.
If you ask the bartender for a room, she tells you it's 3 gold pieces.
Oh.
Oh. So we're all cut like then, right?
Very well
Who
then.
doesn't want a good cut?
I do have one more cheap room, but I don't think you want to stay there.
Oh!
Is it the loo?
What's this room? I might be interested.
You probably will be.
It's the loo, isn't it?
Well, it's a pile of hay for someone to stay on.
Perfect!
There's only one.
There's no key. It's in the back. Just past the kitchen.
I assumed you'd be sleeping in the trash can, so I guess we're fine. It's a step up.
I mean, Oscar the Angry. Edit that.
Well,
You know, Oscar the Angry Orc.
Trash
The angry Orc, yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
yes, quite. I do have another cheap room available, but I don't think you want it.
no, I clearly said I wanted the haystack.
She says, "Oh yes, and you shall have it. It comes with a free beer." And she puts a beer in front of you.
I'll take
You
your
drink
beer.
this for me.
No problem.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Delicious beers. If you'd like a room, it's 3 gold. If you don't want a room, you're more than welcome to sleep outside.
Well, I don't want to sleep outside.
Take the bed. I'll pay the extra gold piece for the bed.
So you guys aren't bunking together?
Her and I are. It's gonna be great.
Three gold pieces between the
I took 2 gold pieces. You
Okay.
took one.
Okay. All right. She hands you a key. She hands Ilion a key, and she says, "Second floor, 3rd door on the left. It's marked with a giant 1."
Sounds easy enough. Thank you.
Roll your intelligence.
Both of us?
Yeah, the both of you. Yeah,
It's the 20. Both or one? Just one?
just the one. 20-sider.
Yes.
Trying-
I'm very
Try and get under your intelligence.
14.
7.
What's your intelligence?
No, dang it. My intelligence is 13.
Okay.
Mine's 14.
You don't think anything of it.
Nope, 16.
You immediately have a thought. Why? I'm just gonna say it to the whole class. Why is the 3rd door on the right room number 1.
Me no math.
What's that look on your face?
That was a DM hint that we need to check out the other rooms.
Okay. That was a DM hint that you have to check out the other rooms. Anyway, so she's still tallying all of my ums.
I'm not telling your ums because you don't a lot.
I know.
I know. I have to. I'm trying to think of all of this stuff, you guys. Come on. This is bullshit. So, the afternoon goes by without you drinking. You're just gonna go to bed then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be extremely well
Are you
rested.
guys gonna just go to bed?
Nope.
A few more drinks.
Yeah. So
No, I'm gonna check out these other 2 rooms that
I was
aren't
just
numbered.
saying that for the old lady.
Oh,
So-
I thought we were already
Back.
upstairs.
Oh, are we?
Because we noticed that there's 2 more doors.
So-
that are-
We noticed that she said.
the third door
Yeah,
on the
you're right.
right
No, we didn't
is
notice.
number 1.
so we haven't been up there yet.
You
Okay.
don't have to go up there yet. No.
Okay.
So you guys stay to have a couple more drinks, and the first 3 drinks for the room are on the house, and she hands them to you guys.
3 each?
Just 3.
Oh.
I will hang behind and I will have her pour me 3 drinks, but I will spread them out between
No,
them
it's just 3 drinks.
per room.
Yeah, per room he gets
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
drinks.
she's-
I was gonna say I have my own.
Oh,
room.
yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
It might be
Yeah.
a haystack, but it's still a room. Yeah.
Still a room.
Quite kind of you, sir.
So you hand out your free drinks as well. She also feeds all of you dinner. Dinner is mostly potatoes and a little bit of meat, and it's
There's your
reasonable.
mouth.
It's reasonable. It's not bad.
What kind of meat am I tasting here? Is it like chickeny? Like
Frog legs.
No, this is like lamb or
Like lamb?
or
I
sheep.
like
yeah.
that.
okay, so I'm not too concerned about it maybe being human flesh.
You wouldn't be
Want it to
anyway.
be?
If it tasted like chicken, I would roll to see if I recognized it.
You do recognize it. It's herd animal.
It's lamb.
Yeah. As you guys, I did another one. As you guys wind down for the evening, you go into the back room. What are the 2 of you gonna do?
We're gonna go check out these other rooms. Stealthily.
All right.
Without the barmaiden hearing us say that we're doing that.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
Well, the barmaid didn't ask us, he asked us.
So, are you going to be actually trying to sneak around in the hallway upstairs? Is that what I'm to understand?
Now, am I in the stable? Technically.
You're behind the kitchen where all of the runoff goes. And it's kind of gross in there. But there's a haystack on the side. And it's not bad. It's pretty comfortable sort of bed thing.
What could I loot out of this place?
You don't
No.
drink. You don't drink, so you're probably not
I'm just
slopping
looking
up
at, like,
anything
what's
off the
laying
floor. There's a mop and a mop bucket in your room. There's also a candle in your room. You could nab that if you wanted to. There's a
It's
towel,
not really wise to put a
but there's
candle in a haystack, no.
there's no wash bin.
I'm gonna take the mop and the bucket, and I'm just gonna start walking around the place, mopping wherever I see.
Wherever you see that needs mopping.
Yeah, act like I'm an employee here.
See what
Do
else
the
you can find.
do the nice, generous thing. But I'm also gonna be
Genius.
listening to people,
Okay.
to gossip, see if I hear anything interesting.
Gossipy. All right, and you guys are going to go check out the other rooms. And again, are you guys going to actually actively trying to sneak in the hallway, or are you just gonna walk in the
Are
hallway?
you rolling some stealth rolls?
We're
Yeah,
gonna-
that's what
we're-
I'm asking.
We're going to walk in the hallway. We're not going to bang pots about it. But
Right. We're gonna go up the stairs
going
like we're
to-
going up the stairs.
we're going to stealthily get into the rooms without people noticing is the goal.
The first room is not marked. The second room is not marked, and the third room has a giant 1 on it. On the door. Not the room.
I try the door handle of the first one. Well, no. First, I look around and see if there's any people.
There's no one else in the hallway besides.
I try the door handle.
It is locked.
I have thieves' picks.
That's for picking locks and stuff.
Okay. I picked a lock.
Roll percentile. See if you can get under, or what do you do over, right?
Do you get any bonuses for that, considering your class?
She gets her skill, but she actually gets a bonus because of having the picks.
Over, yeah.
All right. So, what's your skill?
30%.
All right. So you have to get over 60.
Over 60 or under 30?
Yeah, but only one or the other.
Right,
not both.
I understand.
So over 60?
All right, let's go over 60. 94.
Nice. All right, you easily open this lock. You watch the halfling pull out a little leather kit, open it, procure a couple tools out of it, and open the door real fast. Impressively fast.
Impressively. Concerning.
I've just done this before.
The door swings open. This is a stock room. It's got liquor and beer and food items. You can see in the room as well.
It's just their stock. I mean, we could probably try and pocket a bottle or something and take for the trip tomorrow.
There's beer, there's mead, there's wine, there's harder alcohols.
I have pack.
Yeah, you have pack. If you didn't,
Oh,
you
I
wouldn't
do.
be carrying
I
all
have
of those
a backpack
things.
right there. So I'm gonna grab. I'll grab three, the closest 3 bottles of liquor, and put them in my pack.
3 closest bottles of liquor. Okay. You have 3 clear bottles of liquor. Roll charisma, Gillian.
You want a D20?
Yes.
Yes, I succeed.
All
Just
right.
barely.
As you're mopping up, one of the drunkards leans over to you and he hands you a gold piece and he says, "Get me another plate of food before I go to bed. I feel like I might be sick."
I will pick it up. I will bite down on it. I will be there. All right, I will make sure the last gets it to you. And I'll go over and I'll tell the barkeep about point out the gentleman.
Hold the coin, hold up.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll give it to her at the end of it, obviously.
Okay. She grabs it. She looks at it. She puts it down. She goes, "Oh, yeah, here's another plate of food." And she hands it over to you. She says, "You can take it to him."
And I will take it to him, and I'll ask the gent's name.
All right. Oh, you're going to ask the person's name. Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm starting conversation.
Of course you are. He's charismatic.
He's charismatic.
Charismatic.
He says, "My name is Leto."
So I must ask, Leto, someone new to town. Are you all regulars here?
He says, "I'm from a town to the north." He says, "The town is known as Nora."
Again, do you come here often?
As little as possible, actually.
Bad reputation here.
He says, "No, just not my sort."
Understandable. And I'll just leave it at that.
All right. He sits there and stares at you for a while. You go to the second door. Mm-hmm. All right.
I'll go over to the barkeep and I'll be like, these fools don't tip very well, do they?
She says, "A gold piece for a plate of potatoes is quite well. Oh, sorry.
A gold piece for a plate of potatoes? It's quite nice. You can see I'm not very handsome.
You look quite beautiful to me, love.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, she's Amazonian. She could pass as a big girl. Big old brutish hen. Roll your lock picking if you want to get into this door.
Coming right up.
Count.
Oh, me beer.
Ooh.
Oh, the candy. Thank you.
Oh, that was an empty bottle. Yeah. At least it was empty.
I did not succeed. I got a 28.
Alright.
You're going under, right?
No, I went over.
You fumble around for this one for a while, and she's gonna go over every time from now on. So you fumble around with the lock. This lock is extremely more complex than the last one. It's not a simple task to just crack it.
So you can try again.
I think she punished her dice, and she's gonna get other dice. I'm gonna just say it's beyond you.
It's beyond you.
You might be able to procure the key, but other than that, you're probably not getting in there without force.
Nice job, Swifty.
My bad. It doesn't work every time, Ilya.
Those are really pretty dice. Anyway. So yeah, after not being able to open it, what are the two of you going to do?
Is there a window on the other side?
I was just gonna say for fun, maybe just try the key. Try our room key.
That's awesome. You try your room key and very easily recognize that it's not the same at all. The room key is very rudimentary compared to this lock.
We have a skeleton key. This one takes a modern house key.
Any other things that you guys want to do?
Is there a window on the other side?
I'll be back in 2 shapes.
We would have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, it was just, how are you gonna go and figure that out?
Well, the next room over is our room, right?
Yeah.
If there's a window in
You go to your room, you pop your head out the window. There is, in fact, a window.
I have a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Would you like to borrow my grappling hook, Ilya?
Yes. I suppose I might.
You're taller than me. You've got a longer wingspan, so you can probably.
Can I reach? Got at least 74 inches.
You're 6 feet tall.
Like 6'2".
I'm gonna say that. Yeah, you can touch the other window.
Can I open it?
You want to try and slide the window up? Roll a dexterity check. And Gillian downstairs, you hear.
16. Dexterity is 18.
So you do it.
Yeah.
All right. You were able to slide the window open. Yes.
Swifty, I'll throw you in.
I'll throw you in. That's awesome. You hear from downstairs, or downstairs, you hear that these two old men talking. They're talking about orcs and ogres and ogrelands that inhabit the tribal field. And they're saying that these things are evil and gross and have been killing anyone trying to get past the tribal fields to the continent to the west.
I'm gonna come over and sit. Just pull a chair up, like turn it around and sit at the back of it like this, just staring at the two gents. And I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna be, I apologize for the actions of my people. I hope you understand we are not all cruel. I am a man of God, and if need be, and my God asks me,
I will slay every orc on that battlefield.
Whoa, dude. He took a real stance. Roll charisma.
Took a real stance.
17 charisma, 17 on my roll.
All right. Nice.
One of them says, "Oh, how appalling!
Why, thank you for the compliment.
He says, we didn't wish for you to sit down with us."
No.
The other man nudges him and says, he doesn't know his speak. You're obviously not, he doesn't, he says, you're obviously not, an incomprehensible monster. He says, your terms are agreeable.
Hi, my father was. That's why my mother whipped him many times.
He says, he says, I retract my. We were actually looking for privacy, if you don't mind, sir.
I'll put my hands on both of their shoulders.
May the great gods of the Imperium bless your families.
I'll leave them be.
The gentleman who spoke for you at the beginning, he says, good night to you, sir.
Aye, my hay pile calls for me.
He tips his head.
He did it. He totally peed his pants.
And, are you gonna fling her into the
Yeah,
window?
I am. I'm gonna.
This could not end badly at all.
No, there's no way that this could end badly.
Let's do it.
I really didn't expect you to get into this room after you failed your roll.
You failed your roll. I didn't expect you guys to try this hard.
All right, so here's how it goes. All right.
Of course, you throw the halfling. She's got the same strength as you. Yes, she can.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
She might be small, but she's strong.
I've got the arms.
Yeah, you're like, you could totally Penn and Teller both of your guys' way into this room. You could swing her in there, and then she could grab you and pull you in.
Yeah, well, we might do that.
I'm gonna throw this over you and miss.
Epic.
Here, second try.
Oh, cool.
Second try. That's not going to be annoying or loud.
No.
It'll be easy, because we weren't doing a bunch of talking. As long as you're not talking at the same time as the loud fucking crashing noises, they're really easy to cut out.
Tomorrow morning assist. Anyway, so he starts swinging you towards the window. Roll a dexterity check to see if you can just... I'm going to say it's at a -4. It's going to be a 20-sider.
Green is tens.
It's going to be a 20-sider.
Okay, but green is tens.
Both of your 20-siders are green, sweetheart.
18.
-4.
-4. 14.
What was your dexterity?
19.
Or, sorry, it's going to be a +4, so...
What?
Well, it's kind of the opposite, sorry. I didn't mean it as super easy.
Why? We're both strong. It's like I can reach it.
And I'm
No,
tiny.
that's why he did +4, right? No, because that makes it more difficult.
That's garbage.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it difficult.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree
right.
with
He
Ilian.
really doesn't want us in there.
I know.
You swing a couple times. She just can't get purchase. She keeps trying to kick one leg up to get onto the windowsill. It's just not.
Here, use my grappling hook. I guess I'll use my grappling hook.
You're like, here, use the tool that I'm good at.
Use the tool that I'm good at.
Okay, what do you want me to roll for that? Because I don't have a percentage or anything for grappling hook. It's just one of the things I have.
There's no percentage for it. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Attack?
Yeah.
Attack the window.
20?
Yeah.
High?
As high as you can.
Technically, a grappling hook is 1d4
6.
with the damage.
Seriously? That's when we go low?
All right.
You get
Okay.
it.
You throw the grappling hook up the window. It hits the windowsill. It goes down towards the ground. You
I reel
pull
it back in.
Pull it back.
What, if I was able to slide the window up, can I just like go in myself?
Like just grab the windowsill and whoop, but then you'll make really loud noises against
Okay.
the wall.
Maybe.
No, I'm stealthy. I'm a ranger.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a freaking ranger.
A ranger of.
He's a ranger!
He's a Ford Ranger.
You better believe it.
You gonna grab the window?
Go,
roll a
Elven
strength check to
Rangers.
see if you can hang on while you
jeez.
pull yourself
Okay.
across.
20.
That's a nat 20.
That's not good in a check, though.
I know.
You gotta go
Should be
under.
good. Should be really good.
It's really funny. Oh, by the way, you guys are all at max hit points.
If it was 3.5, it would have been.
Well, you guys were all at max hit points because
I already was.
Ilion's not anymore. Ilion, roll a 4-sider.
What? Dang it. 3.
All right, you go. And as you grab the window, you start pulling yourself. Your legs swing out, and you lose your grip and down and land on your back on the ground. And you land in front of 2 bystanders as they're walking into the inn, and they look at you and go, "Oh my God, is he okay?" And the other one goes, "Just keep walking."
I'll stick my head out the window and say, Ilion, are you okay?
You're wind knocked out of you, laying on your back, looking around. Roll a wisdom check.
20? 4.
Awesome. As you're laying there catching your breath, and Fleet is leaning out the window going, "Ilion, are you okay?" Is that a good you voice?
Close. You don't sound excited
a few
enough.
octaves higher.
Ilion. As was that good? As you're catching your breath and looking around and brushing yourself off and standing up, you see 3 little green humanoids crawling over the sand dune closest to this inn, and they look like they're trying to be super sneaky, stealthy dudes.
Do I have my breath back?
Yeah, you can get up. You can get up, dust yourself off of the sand that has accumulated.
Do you want my grappling hook now?
Sure.
So I'll hook my grappling hook to the window
And throw the
rope down.
Awesome. All right. There's a rope now.
Okay. First, I'm curious. You 3. What are you doing out there?
You gonna yell at them?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
All right. You hear like gibbering sort of noises, like "Let us go, let us go, let us go," and then one of them hits the other one, and then they recede back across
Is
the dude.
he being loud enough that people would hear him hollering from inside? Like, what's the distance?
There's bar noises.
So now?
Yeah, and this is a stone building, so yeah, it's quite damp.
Oh, so
Sweet.
thudding against the wall doesn't matter.
No. Okay, I'd like to climb up the window now. Or the grappling hook.
I'm not gonna torture you guys with dice rolls anymore for trifles. You can easily climb up the side of the building because it's made of stones. You can footholds and handholds and rope and get your way up to the top.
What time of the day are we looking at right now?
It's at night.
It's
Nighttime?
very late. It's nighttime. It's gonna be 9-10 o'clock.
Normal people would probably be sleeping, at least thinking about it.
I'm going to say Gillian would be heading towards his haystack at this point. So he's going to be doing his traditional sleep schedule.
Is it
And
traditional?
so before I go to bed, in every direction, one at a time, I'm going to use my 60-foot detect evil radius.
That's genius.
60 foot.
Before I go to bed, I've got 60-foot detection for evil, but I have to choose the direction. So before I go to bed, essentially every night I'm going to go, evil there? No. Evil there? No. Evil there? No. How about there? No. 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 Okay, I can sleep.
All right, higher low. high or low?
Hi.
All right. You detect no evils.
Okay. I'm gonna feel comfortable. I'm gonna start napping.
You're gonna jump into the hay bale.
I'm gonna jump into my hay bale.
Cover yourself up with a little hay, and decide to take a nappy poo.
With no one to tuck him in.
With no one to tuck him in but himself. All right. You tuck in, go nighty-night time, and you climb back in the window. You're gonna.
Well, it was already did. She said she swung.
Oh,
to the
I
other
meant
side.
our window.
No, she put the
but,
grappling hook on her- on
So
your
I like
guys'
his
own
idea
window.
better.
Well, that's not
I'll
what she
just-
said. She said I swung it over on.
I did
The way
say.
I registered it is that she hooked it onto the other room and dropped it down.
I'm gonna say that that's not what happened because that's not what her intention was. But also, I will let you climb to the other window and go inside if you'd like.
I would like.
All right.
There's been a lot of effort already.
All
I
right.
bet you for nothing.
You climb in there. The room is dark. The moon is out, and you can easily see that there is someone sleeping in the room.
Well, I have night vision. Can I tell what they are?
It's a human. They're older.
Like a mongoloid?
What's that?
I said, do they look like a mongoloid?
No, they're an older gentleman.
Probably just broke into the employee bedroom.
Is there anything suspicious or anything in the room?
Suspicious? No. The adornment of this room leads you to believe that it's the owner of the establishment's room.
I'm gonna slip over.
Just back out the window.
Yeah.
All right. So you're like, oops. Whoop. Yeah. Jump for the rope. Yeah. All right. And back into the room you go. I'll let you have that as well. Pretty easy. So, back into the room. What are you guys gonna do? Sleep times?
Yeah, sounds good.
We should probably sleep.
All right.
And I gotta take it.
I want to metagame, but I can't metagame.
I know, right? I hear exactly what you're saying.
I have no idea what's going on.
I know.
I know. We both know that's the issue.
That's why it wants to say a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I hope they're not kobolds.
So, what he's referring to is the three little
figurines.
The three little figures he saw are probably not wholesome. That's why he was trying to get across.
Well, that's why I was actually kind of surprised that you said illegal.
Well, they're not. They have to be within 60 range or 60 foot, which
60
means
feet of him.
the roll was for whether they were in the 60 feet or not.
They're not within 60 feet?
No.
Well, to also put it in perspective, you're out a window in the very front of this inn, and he's sleeping in the very back of the inn.
And they're like way off on a hill that you're looking at. So
And I gave him a 50-50 chance whether they were within 60 feet of where he was at, and they're not. They're further. So.
yeah, no, that was super fair.
And also, I didn't roll to see whether they were evil, because I already know whether or not they're evil. So that's fun.
Are they evil?
Probably
They seem evil.
anything that jitters in a weird language usually isn't very good.
Also, things that are green.
Hey,
Also,
I'm
color.
gray.
Also, you can judge him. You can judge him by the green color. Usually.
I am preferable to red kobolds. The green ones are assholes. I like the mountain kobolds.
Familiar with any of them?
Right.
They're probably not even kobolds. I'm just kind of hoping they are, because kobolds are fun to fight against. My luck, they're just fucking
Nobody owns
goblins.
this. No?
All right. Well, you guys get rest.
Thanks for coming along on this wild journey with us. Do you think our team will conquer the quest, or will everybody die?
Until next time, may your dice roll in your favor.
If you like what you heard, please press the appropriate buttons.